I'm sitting here with Cedric Sundstrom talking about his movies with Canon. Now, obviously, we got to talk about the American Ninja movies. And I would like to know, did you know right from the start when you guys talked about shooting American Ninja 3, did you know right from the start that Michael Dudikoff would not be in it?
Yes. We were told his contract had run out and that he wasn't going to do another one. So the first task is to find another one, not to replace that character, but to find a new American Ninja. So that was from the outset.
So why did you decide to take David Bradley then?
Okay, I got casting tapes, auditions, and there was a moment in it where I saw David, and besides the look, he had the vulnerability, but he had the skill. And he had, with that, the martial arts skill. I mean,
yes.
He had the acting ability, I thought. So that's why I went for him.
And it was his first movie, if I'm not mistaken. So that's also a huge gamble on your part, believing in somebody who has not proven himself, who's not a box office draw. So that was a risky decision for you, but also a chance.
Yes, and remember that it was part of a franchise 1 and 2, but now they wanted to look and see if they could carry it on. So we had a huge thing. David had a huge thing. I had a huge thing to pull that off. And at least no interference whatsoever.
Okay, this is something that the Canon boys, the Go-Go boys, Menachem Golan and Yoram Globus, were pretty much known for, especially in the director scene. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that the word was, if you want to shoot a movie with no interruption, you got to shoot a Canon movie.
Yeah,
right or wrong?
But I didn't think about that really. The thing was that I had a chance with a script, with a new actor, a different story in a way, and so you must always remember the formula. This must happen, this in terms of the film as itself. So with that, I almost had carte blanche, which I was terribly happy about.
Did you know, or no, of course you would know, but I heard recently that there were intentions of signing Kurt McKinney to be the American Ninja in Part 3.
Yes.
So that's true.
Yes. He was on the casting tape, and that seemed like a favorite. But when I gave them my decision, there wasn't a word about it. You know, it was fine.
Interesting. Now, when we talked before the interview, we also discussed that with Canon Films, they always had a pretty interesting approach on doing sequels, and where most production companies would invest more money in a sequel, the Canon guys always reduce the budget, which makes it always tougher to follow up the previous movie. How tough was it for you following up American Ninja 1 and American Ninja 2, knowing that you will not have the same kind of budget?
Difficult in a way, but if you're a filmmaker and you are put on the spot, part of doing the script the way it should be, part of the formula, and part of that is if you're in a corner, you make a plan. You know the old saying, I love it when a plan comes together.
Yes. If I compare the American Ninja movies 1 and 2 to 3 and 4, but let's stick with number 3, to me, they always felt totally different. Like they had a different feel.
Right.
Not that it's bad, but they just felt different. And I would like to know, was that your intent right from the start, that the movie looked and felt different, or was that something that just happened?
Okay. If your American Ninja original doesn't exist, you've got to make a new one. You've got to have new values, different way of shooting it and all that. But I did have Steve James, which was an added plus to having that. So I made sure it looked different. I made sure that it had other values.
Yes, absolutely. Do you remember seeing the movie for the first time? How did you feel when you saw the final product?
There were a few things that weren't in it, that weren't essential, like a chase. There are a few things which is in the trailer, but not the film. I was happy with it. And the other thing was that we were shown that for a locally made American type film in South Africa, it got huge box office. So all those Ninja fans and all those young ones who went out, they supported it. And therefore, I think that was also almost instrumental in getting Ninja 4.